kind of tossing around. Not a blizzard warning, but the conditions will be such that visibilities could be less than a quarter of a mile at times. So first, we'll talk about the headlines that we have. We'll be issuing headlines here within the next 10 to 15 minutes, so you'll get some new notifications about these headlines that are coming out. But basically what we're looking at is a winter weather advisory across the state here. And then we'll have a wind chill advisory coming in as we head into Thursday morning, afternoon, and into Friday morning. So the winter weather advisory, what we're looking at for potential impacts will be from the strong winds. These will be starting Thursday morning and afternoon. And especially in the Des Moines metro during rush hours when we'll be keying on the arrival of these strong winds. They're going to come from northwestern Iowa, so Esterville to Algona here, then drop southeastward throughout Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon. And basically what's going to happen here with all this snow and the reduced visibility is all the snow that we had from this previous event, as you know, if you've been out shoveling it, it's very light and very fluffy. We're going to have these strong 40 to 45 mile an hour winds coming through, and that's going to cause the snow to blow around quite a bit. We could also have some light falling flurries as well, which will make things worse. So the combination of all the above could lead to visibilities of less than a quarter of a mile at times. So effectively almost blizzard-like conditions. We're not going to have any significant accumulating snowfall. Again, it's going to be basically all the snow that's out there right now is going to be blowing very quickly from these 45 mile an hour winds. And what's probably going to happen is on the leading edge of these winds, this is related to a cold front, so it's kind of a boundary, so think of a wall of the strong winds coming in. That's when we'll probably see the biggest impacts of this, because visibilities will go from, fine like it is outside right now to very bad in quite a hurry. So right as we see the push of winds come through, that's when we'll see the worst conditions. Then they'll just gradually get better throughout the morning hours as the winds kind of steady in the strong range, but all the blowing snow is kind of relaxed a little bit. And if you think back to the very unfortunate big 70-car pileup back in Ames, the big driver of that was the change in visibility, how quickly it went from perfectly fine to very bad in a short distance in a short amount of time. So that's kind of what we're keying on. A different situation, that was falling and accumulating snow, but we're just keying on the fact that we're going to have quite a stark contrast possibly when the strong winds start to arrive and the blowing snow starts to kick up. And again, that'll probably be during the Thursday morning hours. Rural areas especially will be impacted by this. The Des Moines metro itself will have tall buildings and things downtown, which might help mitigate the effects a little bit. But especially when you get to the rural open areas and there's nothing to really stop the blowing snow and stop the reduced visibilities, that's where the impact will be especially amplified. So be very careful for that in the morning hours, especially in rural areas. We could see those potential locally whiteout conditions. Behind this, so we'll have the temperatures cooling throughout the daytime. The winds will stay strong throughout the afternoon hours. So these are Thursday afternoon expected wind chills. So when wind chills start to get to that minus 20, minus 30 degree range is when we could start to see frostbite within a half an hour. So we're going to be hitting that Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Then by Friday morning, it's going to be even worse. Wind chills near Mason City will be approaching minus 40 degrees. When you start getting down to there is when you start to have frostbite possibly occur within 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes. So the moral of the story is we'll have the reduced visibility from the snow, and then it's going to get very, very cold because of these strong winds that will persist overnight. Wind chills easily minus 20 to minus 30 degrees. So that's why we're going to see, probably we'll have a wind chill advisory going out for Thursday evening into Friday morning for pretty much the whole area. Could see nearing wind chill warning conditions up to the north there for Friday morning. So those are the big highlights that we want to get out to you guys. Very windy conditions, cold temperatures, and we could see big visibility problems Thursday morning to afternoon. And with that, I'll open up to questions for you guys. We will be sending out updated situation report through the email to all of you guys. I think we'll be posting this recording on YouTube as well. We'll see if we can do that. At this time, I'll open up the floor for questions.